Has your worry, has your anxiety, has your fear caused you to begin to create exceptions that are not found in Scripture? We could go through a list of things. Take up your cross, except when there's a pandemic. Be kind, gentle, bearing with one another, except when there's a pandemic. Use your spiritual gift, as Paul would exhort the church in Ephesus to do in Ephesians chapter 4, except when there's a pandemic. Forsake not the assembling of yourselves together, except when there's a pandemic. Do not worry, except when there's a pandemic. Believe in God's sovereignty and providence, except in a pandemic. Fathers, lead your families. Be their spiritual guide. Be in church, except when there's a pandemic. Wives, submit to your husbands, except when there's a pandemic. Children, obey your parents, except when there's a pandemic. Walk in the Spirit, except when there's a pandemic. Judge not, lest you be judged, except in a pandemic. Bear each other's burdens, except in a pandemic. Do not worry. Do not be anxious. Do not fear, except in a pandemic. These are challenging times in which we live, but at the same time, our circumstances do not eclipse the clear commands of Scripture. Of course, we are easily dissuaded from that. The hiss of Satan is behind many things. And if you believe that, in fact, God sent the pandemic, do you believe that somehow he has somehow altered the work and purpose of the church in the face of that? No. Do you believe that God somehow suspends all Scripture during a pandemic? No. In Matthew chapter 24, verses 4 through 8, he's speaking to the future. There's a lot of things that are coming, and such things must happen, yet the church is called to still be what? Salt and light during that time.